Hello everyone, welcome to F1 Pit Stop podcast. I am your host, Legio Manuel. Welcome everyone. So this episode we're going to be diving into the following topics: Hamilton leaving Mercedes for Ferrari, car release dates. Obviously, we've had already a car already releasing its car. Sorry, not a car releasing its car, man. A company already showcasing its car 1 month to the races. We're also going to dive into how Money Graam Haas will be performing this season with a brand new team principal, and how silly season has come so early, and how the signing of Hamilton is going to affect silly season and the Formula One 2024 season. Let's dive in. So obviously, we're starting with our main breaking news, which is Hamilton from Mercedes to Ferrari. Now, I am a big Ferrari fan, and this for me came as a shocker. But obviously, we're Ferrari. Like, we expect to be having the best racers, best car, time in and time out to compete for World Championship and the Drivers' Championship. Obviously, we have a great driver in Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. But in the previous seasons, we've been losing out mainly because of the team principle. But I feel like right now with Hamilton joining us in 2025 season, it's going to be much less. That's going to be heaven on earth. Because first of all, Charles Leclerc is a very good driver. I believe that Ferrari, we as a team, maybe we have been like the reason why Charles Leclerc has not yet won a world championship. But the car is ready and is able to do what is required to win a championship. But obviously, here there are a couple of issues whereby obviously the season before we expected the 2022 season, we lost out because of some um tire changes, man, collisions between Sainz and um Charles Leclerc, and the fact that Ferrari could not actually tell us, though we actually knew that our number one driver is Charles Leclerc, and they just want to keep it open, telling everyone, "Oh, let them battle it out, let them battle it out," and not. All that brought out a bit of disorganization. But with Hamilton coming to Ferrari, I believe it's going to be like a brand new era for Ferrari, because Hamilton is the type of guy who likes to get hands on, even with his car. So for me, I believe it's going to be better because he will bring at least the technical side to Ferrari and help better our car. At the same time, he's going to bring the experience, while at the same time, Ferrari, we are having talent in Charles Leclerc, who is young and is hungry. Obviously, Hamilton is getting old. Not even is getting old. He is old, and he has had his time. He has one of his 7 world championships in with Mercedes. We expect him. Obviously, this switch is mainly, I think, for him. I think he's no longer seeing that kind of hunger and driving like the project that is at Mercedes. Because if you see like the past 2 seasons, Mercedes have failed to give him the right car to help him win that 8 championship. So for him, I think it's more of like frustration. Like, he's like, oh my god, I want to win the final, because he's left with one world championship. Because right now he's tied with Schumacher, so he needs just one. And I believe for him, he feels like, yeah, man, yes, I've been with Mercedes for so long. We've had a very good time together, but good things do come to an end, and the way they're moving around, they don't know exactly what maybe they're trying to do. In his eyes, that they don't have that goal, that guile in them to maybe push for another world championship or a constructors championship, since Saka has been having out of issues the past 2 years. The last year, I believe it was mainly based because of talent, the fact that he bested both the Ferrari drivers, who are very good drivers with very good cars. Because if you see his teammate George Russell fell below those two because of the car. So for me, I believe he is changing the team because of the car and the fact that the project no longer suits him. He feels he needs to change now, and he's looking at it as, oh, Ferrari has a very good what, a very good board, They're ready to spend the money. They're ready to improve their car. They are trying to win because we all know Ferrari has the longest and the most constructors championships in the F1. So let's break down what this is going to mean now for some of them. Now, like for Ferrari, they'll be ditching Carlos Sainz. Obviously, he will having no team now, giving rise to silly season coming early. For those who don't know silly season, this is like the transfer market in terms of like football for Formula One. This is where people. It's called silly season because there's a lot of rumors going through in between. So now that Mercedes has lost its driver, they're going to be looking out for the best driver they can put on their team for 2025 season. So every team is going to be like, oh my god, how are we going to keep our drivers with Mercedes trying to get drivers at this particular point because they have no driver to be replacing Hamilton coming for the 2025 season. So everyone right now is on that toes. Some of the teams I believe that are really going to that are really scared. I believe McLaren is scared because they have some of the two youngest and best drivers in in the F1, but obviously they have very good contracts with them. And they recently, I think Lando Norris recently signed a contract, a long-term contract with McLaren. So that for them is another good thing for them. Then Oscar Piastri is still too young. We can't really know. Obviously, they could go for him and be like it could be a long-term project, but I don't think Mercedes what they have achieved in the past 8 years they would be ready to go for another they'll be ready to go for a young talent like that because if you look at Hamilton, for him them to get Hamilton, he had first won a world championship with McLaren, then they got him from there. Maybe if the next this coming season, the 2024 season, um maybe Oscar Piastri can prove himself. Maybe, you never know, anything can happen. This is the F1. Those with the big, because they have the money, they can offer him a very good contract, a very big contract that is lucrative, obviously. And F1 money speaks, man. It's all about the money in F1, man. So now let's talk about how Toto got to find out. Toto Wolf, those that is the team principal of Mercedes. So Toto Wolf found out a day before it was actually announced publicly that Lewis Hamilton was joining. Obviously, there's nothing he could do. He was sad. He was like, yeah, obviously, there's nothing I could. I wish I could have him longer, but this is his decision. Because Lewis Hamilton last year signed a long-term contract that ran to 2026 with Mercedes, but in his contract, he had a release clause to decide whether a year before, yeah, into the contract, to decide whether he wanted to end the contract and move on to another team, and that is what he decided. And he's now going to be moving on to Ferrari, who have also increased and tied down Charles Leclerc to a long-term contract, keeping him at Ferrari longer. So it's going to be a dream pairing for these two at Ferrari. It's going to be incredible scenes, man. Going to be incredible scenes for Ferrari, and we're going to see how other teams are going to cope with this team having a lot of talent and a lot of experience and the money to spend to build a very good car willing to perform and better the rest of the competition. But obviously, we have Red Bull there in the thick of things. They're not sleeping also. They've improved. They also tied down Verstappen to another long-term contract, which is also very interesting. So he's gonna be in Red Bull for some good time now. And I'd like to hear from you guys, man. I would like to hear your comments. How do you think the 25 season is going to? I know we're just going for the 24 season, but come on, the 25 season already sounds like it's going to be so juicy because there's a lot already going on before it happens. Now imagine it actually gets close and it happens, man. It's absolutely going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. We should all look out for that. Are you trying to remodel a house or add a touch of excellence? Look nowhere other. Urban Homes, your one destination to all your heart's desires, to turning your house into a heaven that will suit you and make others be envious of you. From furnitures to rugs to curtains and any other thing that you may require to turn your house into that one place that will always make you comfortable to be in, comfortable to work in, and comfortable to invite your friends over for anything to make them feel bad. Anyway, man, Urban Home is sponsoring this episode of the pod. Go and check them out on Instagram and all other platforms. Reach out to them, DM them in case you need. I recently purchased an art piece from Urban Homes. Yeah, I'm loving it. I wish I could show you right now, but yeah, since I can't show it to you, let me explain it to you. It's like an art piece. It's also like it is an art piece of like a reflection of a forest fire from water. So in case you need art pieces and anything that to turn your space into something lavish and worthwhile and something you'd want to look at every single time, Urban Homes is your one destination. Check them out anytime. Their Instagram is Urban Homes. Check them out. Go grab yourself something you will love. Yeah, let's get back to the point now. Let's get into something now about the cars. Now we're getting into the cars, and as I told you, it's release date because it's February. And what does that mean when it's in February? It is one. When we get into February, basically it's now just a countdown to race Sundays. We all know that the season starts in February, and obviously we start in Bahrain. Very first race is gonna be in Bahrain as always. So prepare yourselves, man. Prepare that money to pay for the Formula One subscription. You have to watch the races. You don't have to miss any race Sunday. Man, actually, from qualifying, because all those days are interesting. You have to miss this. Don't miss the sprint races, man. It's it's going to be incredible. So let's not forget to subscribe. Stay tuned to all whatever platform you use, man. It's all you. Do you? So let's get into the car release dates actually, because Money Graam has already released his car, and compared to last year's car, yeah, it looks good. Physically it looks good, and with the test they did, it even looked better because it was beating the lap times from the previous car. So it looks faster. They've improved. I don't know whether this comes from the sacking of Steiner, the former team principal, to get in Komatsu. Yeah. So and he has his goals about how he wants to shift the team Monogram has from the image of Steiner into his own brand and make it all about success. Obviously, Steiner got Monogram has from the ground, pitched. He was. Okay. But Monogram has from the ground down and took it to where it is right now. Pitched it to different sponsors to come and sponsor two Monogram has. He did a lot for the team. Obviously, us losing Steiner for the sport is actually significant, but the owner was tired of the poor performances, and obviously in F1, performances are key. If you don't keep the good performances, obviously you're going to be cut and dropped off. We've seen that with Ferrari. We've seen it with McLaren. We've seen it with every single team in that competes in F1. It's a very ruthless competition. People don't really care about your feelings and emotions. All they want is to win. So Komatsu has a very big job and a very big shoes to fill because Steiner did a very good job at Manigram Haas. Obviously, he has his ambitions and goals. We shall see if he'll be able to achieve every single one of them this season that we are coming into the 2024 season. We wish him all the best. And for Steiner, man, I hope he's having some relaxation time because, man, he worked his ass off for Manigram Haas. Hopefully, he's getting that. I feel he should go to the beach, man, and enjoy himself because he has worked his ass off. The man literally has grown old in the sport, trying to perform at peak performance for Manogram has, but unfortunately, he hasn't been able to do it. So we are going to be having another car release tomorrow, which will be the 5th of February, and that will be Kick Sauber. That's when they'll be having their car launch. So look out for that. I'll be coming with the full details of their car launch, test the tests, how the car is going to be performing in the test, how it's going to be looking like, the difference, how the drivers are feeling from the car uniforms. Oh, that's one thing I missed to talk about. The car uniforms Money Graam Haas have also changed. Obviously, Money Graam Haas using white as always, and they're still on white, but with a little bit now of blue and red. Like definitely, I would say similarly, the same as last season's. It's close, but obviously some small changes that obviously if you're not watching properly, you may not find the difference, but constantly the changes are there. So that's that. Then on the 5th, actually we have two on the 5th. We shall also be having Williams launching its car on the 5th of February. So look out for that. I'll be bringing you all the details for those two cars so that we gauge how and have a conversation and see how these cars are going to be faring out in the 2024 season. Hopefully they'll be doing well. Hopefully, wish them all the best, man. But as a Ferrari fan, I cannot wait for my car release date. I'm calling it my car. I don't know why I'm calling it my car. My okay, my team's car release date, man. I cannot wait to see my car be released because I'm actually very happy for this season. I feel we're going to do better this season. For Sainz, just hope he performs better since this is going to be his final season in Ferrari. I just hope he goes out with a blast, man, and good luck to him to whatever team he shall go to. I wish him all the best. I have no grudges or whatsoever with him. Though I do have like a small issue with him that time in 22 when he fucked up Leclerc's. I don't remember which race it actually was, but um I'm trying to remember the Grand Prix. Yo, I'm trying to remember the Grand Prix. Damn, I can't remember the Grand Prix, but he snubbed Charles Leclerc's win. They told him, obviously communication from the team principal, they told him to let Leclerc take the front, and he was supposed to defend Charles Leclerc from the back, and he was like, no, I want this win for myself. I need this win. It's been a minute for me since I last won. And I think it was the Mexican Grand Prix. Anyway, I'm going to make my research and come back to you. But that Grand Prix had my feelings. Charles Leclerc's downfall started from that Grand Prix, and the rest is history, man. All I know is we didn't win the World Championship. We didn't win the Drivers' Championship. Hurt my feelings, but it is what it is, man. Then I think on the calendar, some of the key dates I would like you guys to like focus on is that we're going to be having a preseason testing on the 21st of February to the 23rd of February. Obviously, that's now whereby all the cars are going to be tested together in one place. If I'm to remember correctly, um, they're usually in Bahrain, but this time around it's not going to be in Bahrain. They've changed the venue. Get those details for you. I think I should check a little. Let me check here while obviously. Yeah. Then Drive to Survive is coming out on the 23rd of February. Very, very interesting Netflix show. Obviously, now that Steiner has left, who's always like the opening act of the show, it's going to be a little bit weird because we're used to seeing him every single time the show starts. But obviously, this is the final Netflix Drive to Survive. We're going to be seeing Steiner in. The next ones, obviously, I don't know who they're going to be using. I don't know. Maybe Toto. They'll be using Toto for Mercedes. Anyway, a man can wonder. So that is all we have for today at the F1 pit stop. Tune in every week. Okay, not yeah, every week, not like twice a week. Yeah, tune in twice a week on the F1 pit stop. Find us on different social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even on Snapchat. We're there. Reach out on F1 pit stop. I'll read some of your messages and let me know what you want me to talk about next. This is F1 Pit Stop. I am your host, Ledrio Manuel. Have a good night. Have a good day, depending on where you are.